Remember, we're giving away a free shredder every video this month, the month of January 2021. So be sure you're a subscriber and comment. Aloha everyone, this is Lenora, Hawaii's Pickle Lady. Today I'm going to show you how to make pastele stew, a Puerto Rican dish. First thing you have to do is take what they call achiote, A-C-H-I-O-T-E, seeds. And it is also known as lipstick pod because there's a pod that all these seeds are in and it grows as a bush. The other thing it's known as is annatto, A-N-N-A-T-O. This is what they use to color cheeses and other dishes to avoid the food color. So you can buy it in a package like this. It says annatto seed. It's pretty cheap. So what I have here, I'm heating up 2 cups of oil. And then I have a 1/4 cup of achiote seeds, or the annatto seeds. And the oil is on medium-low, not too high. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour it in to the oil. And then you see almost immediately it's bubbling and turning a bright red. You can see that? So you don't want the heat too high because it'll burn. So I have it on low right now. About 5 minutes, and you can see how bright red it is. This will give the pastele stew a nice color and also a nice flavor. Okay. Now I'm going to strain it, because you don't want the seeds. And you can see how bright orange it is. You're going to discard the seeds. Now I'm going to show you how to cut these bananas. But first of all, I'm going to oil my hands because it's kind of sticky. And I'm going to put a little oil on the knives too. If you don't oil your hands, it gets hard to take out. So I'm just going to show you 2 bananas. Okay, you cut the ends off, and then you see all these points. I'm going to, with the knife, a sharp knife, just cut a little bit through, not all the way, just to get the skin off. You don't have to be exact. The Samoans, when they do it, my goodness, they do it really fast. They don't use a knife. They use a flat stick that looks like a little knife. And they can do this in seconds. Okay. Now what you do is I take a butter knife and I get in between here and I kind of lift that up. And most times you can just peel it. And then just take off the skins, because it'll be impossible to peel like a regular banana because it's hard. And you can't eat the skin because it leaves a funny taste in your mouth, so you have to take it out. And then I just take my butter knife and get off what I couldn't peel off with my fingers. Now the traditional pasteles are made with banana leaves. And after we grind this up, this is called a masa. So what they do is they open up a rectangle of banana leaf, put the masa on with the achiote oil mixed in, and then they cook the pork and other things that you'll see me doing. They put it on the center, put 2 olives on, maybe a couple chili peppers, small chili peppers, and then they wrap it up and like a bundle. And then they cook this in boiling water for maybe about 45 minutes. But I'm just doing this the easy way, making pastele stew where we'll drop the ground bananas into the stew as we're making it. So you have to have green bananas, and I guess it doesn't really matter what kind of bananas. I just like to mix it, so they always have green bananas, because I guess they use green bananas for other things too. Okay, just get rid of the skins. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to slice the bananas and then put it in my blend tech, or you can use a processor or the whatever package you have. I'm not sure that a blender will do because it's solid. Blender is more for liquids. So just kind of like that. So I'll put it in my blend tech and grind it up at low speed, and it'll be processed in a few seconds. Okay. Finish making. The rest of the bananas that I ground up earlier, and you can see it's kind of brown because you know bananas, when you leave it out, it oxidizes and it turns brown. But if you open this up, you see there's the yellow, but it's okay. So the bananas are cut up, and I'm just gonna grind it on low for now. So I'm putting the new bananas with the other bananas. See how nice and fine it is? If you don't have one of these, you can hand grate it, but it takes a long time. So the Blendtec, I like it because the blades pull the food down and you don't have to tamp it down with anything like some other blenders. So now I'm going to add half a cup of oil, the achiote oil, and be sure not to get it on your clothes because you get a hard time taking it out. And I put a napkin on here because this red stains a lot. Okay. And I made extra oil because I can just keep it for other uses. Later on, I'll do gandule rice, and you need that too. And this is going to be dropped in the stew when it's cooking, when all the other things are mixed up. Now I'm going to cook all the ingredients, the meat and the vegetables. So I'm adding half a cup of oil in here. Okay. And I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of minced garlic. And 3 large onions that are cut up. After we get this sauteed, then I'll add some pork that I've cut up and diced into small pieces, maybe 1/2-inch cubes. 3 pounds of pork. I had a pork butt and I deboned it, took out most of the fat, and I cut it up in pieces. So that's always the hard part, having to prepare everything, but the cooking is relatively easy. So we'll give this a few minutes, let the onions become translucent and kind of cooked a little bit. You can see the onions are almost done, and you see how bright red it is? It's from the achiote oil. Now I'm adding all the meat, the pork. Okay. And we're just gonna saute it until it's kind of cooked and no longer pinkish red. Now it's all browned, and I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients except the bananas. So what it is, 2 cans of tomato paste, 8 ounce. I'm sorry, it's 6 ounces can. Okay, one more can. And then I have 2 large cans of tomato sauce, which is 15 ounce. Just pour it all in. One more can. Okay. Now I'm gonna mix it up first. Now I'm adding 1 cup of pimentos. You can buy this and you cut it up, diced. Now I make my own. I just take red bell peppers, I char them, take off the skin and the seeds, and I cut it up. And I also freeze it so that I have it. Okay, now 2 cans of olives that I've drained. And 2 cups of cilantro, or 2 big bunches. Mix it all up. Probably gonna need a bigger pot. And then I'm gonna add some chicken broth, 2 cans, 14 ounce. I'm going to cook this for 15 minutes and then I'm going to drop some bananas in there. Now I'm going to drop bananas in. This is a number 40 scoop, ice cream scoop, and just drop it in there. Now these bananas tend to break up, so probably the balls won't stay like that. So sometimes they just mix the bananas right in, shred it. So you can try either way. So now I'm going to let it cook for another half hour. And then you can add, I've added 1 tablespoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of pepper. And that's it. Okay, the pastele stew is done. And I put some in a bowl. And like I told you, the bananas tend to kind of disappear. And although some of them, when you put it in, don't touch the bananas, just let it cook in there. So some of them remained intact, like meatballs. But you see this one here, it all kind of melted out. So it's okay. Like I said, some people don't make the balls. So I'm gonna taste it, taste some of the bananas and the meat, and let's see how it is. Very tasty. It's something that many of you have never had, but you've got to try it. And I know it seems like a lot of cilantro. I put in a lot, but it all mixed in and the taste is very good. So remember, if you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, do so you can get in the drawing too. And also comment, and if you have any requests, let me know. Mahalo for watching. Thank you.